Hey there, history lovers. Welcome to History for Hot Girls, where we deep dive into people, events, items, and ideas traditionally considered feminine by hot girls for hot girls. Hey, Natalie.
Hey, Michelle.
How you doing?
I'm so good. How are you?
Oh, I'm loving life. We're on school holidays right now.
Oh, living the dream.
So good. Now, today's episode is all about something I really love.
Me too.
No surprises, fashion and wedding fashion.
Yep.
In particular, we're going to be talking about the history of the white wedding dress. So the history of the white wedding dress has actually existed for way less time than the history of weddings. And what we collectively, at least in Western countries, think is a traditional dress, okay? I'm using air quotation marks when I say traditional dress for those listening.
Because it was like blue originally, wasn't it?
Well, many different colours.
Right.
It's a concept that's actually really modern. So why does the white wedding dress continue to be the most popular color of choice? When did it start being this symbol of like purity and the virginal wife, virginal bride rather? How did we get here? Is it time that we start embracing other colors? For our bridal gowns.
Love a non-traditional dress.
Yes.
They are so stunning.
I love to see people incorporating different things into their wedding, for sure. So let's get into the bold beginnings of it all. We're going to start with how we've defined marriage over time. The definition of marriage and the wedding ceremony itself has changed so much throughout history. It means many different things within different cultures. People have also gotten married for many different reasons, including solidifying political alliances, property accumulation, social stability, securing legitimate heirs, and love, of course, later on at some point.
The least important of the reasons.
Yeah. That came way later.
Yeah, who cares?
Don't worry about that. And just like the idea of marriage has changed, of course, wedding fashion has changed too. A bride in a white wedding dress is not typical of many cultures. You can see this in many East Asian and Middle Eastern cultures, even going back into ancient Roman civilizations where brides actually wore yellow to symbolize like the light they would bring into their husband's life.
Oh my God, I love that.
It's really sweet, actually. In medieval European cultures and for hundreds of years later, blue was actually the color of choice, like you said earlier, because blue was meant to be the color of purity.
Yeah, right. I remember like reading that somewhere one time.
We see a lot of imagery of the Virgin Mary in blue. So I guess brides wanted to mimic that, or society somehow came up with the concept that blue equals purity.
Yep.
This was a really popular choice for brides, and there are so many depictions of weddings in medieval art, which I love, where you can see the bride in a blue dress.
Yes.
But mostly brides tended just to wear their best dress on the day of their wedding. So the idea that white is like this pure symbolization of, is that a word? Symbolization? I don't know how to speak English right now.
That's okay. It's not like you're an English teacher or anything.
Well, I'm actually not, so it's all good. So the idea that white was the color of purity and this symbol of being a virgin and all these things, it's actually historically false, right?
Okay.
Wearing white was less about your virtue and more about showing your status. So how much money you were bringing in, or how much money your family had, rather.
Okay, so like the poor people couldn't afford a white dress.
No, it was like a flex before flexing was a thing.
Okay.
So wearing white to your wedding, or white at all, was something that was only reserved for really, really wealthy people. Poor people couldn't do it. Even royal brides avoided wearing white. So like we've got Queen Charlotte, who's depicted as wearing a silver lame dress. This is because white is easily dirtied. And if you told a bride from like 300 years ago that you could only wear your wedding dress once, they'd be really, really shocked.
Because it's so like wasteful.
Yes, like you would never just get a dress or make a dress or buy a dress just to wear once. That concept is so outrageous to people from hundreds of years ago.
Honestly, it's still kind of outrageous. Like, we all did it. We're part of the problem. But it is crazy.
It is upsetting because I want to wear my wedding dress again.
Me too.
Allow it. And
I think we just should.
We absolutely.
Who's going to stop us?
Can we just go out and like dress up in our dresses again for a fun time?
Why not? Literally, I will organize like a nice little lunch for us somewhere.
Yeah,
we'll invite all my friends and all your friends, and we'll just rock up in our wedding dresses.
Absolutely, I love that. If I still fit in it. Caveat. Okay, a wedding dress was often altered and worn again to special family events. So it needed to be something that could be cleaned. And prior to the invention of laundry whitener, bleach, all that, it's not something that was very easily done. So these girls, they didn't have washing machines. They couldn't wear white. The glow up. We're going to get into the original influences, the members of the royal family. This is how the white wedding dress became popularized. So royal brides prior to the 1800s, like I said, they would wear very extravagant wedding dresses. They had patterns, they had intricate embroidery, they were bright, they were colorful. Enter Queen Victoria. She was like, no, I'm not like other girls. She was not the first to wear bridal white, but we can thank her for popularizing the white wedding dress because she was like, I'm not doing what these other bitches before me have done. I want to wear something simple, something clean. And when she married the love of her life and her cousin, so I just had to point that out. I find that hilarious.
They're all cousins.
They really are. It's just one big family affair.
Yeah.
Not Prince Albert, when she married him in 1840, she wanted to make a point of being seen as a wife and not the queen. She just wanted to be seen as like, this is the love of my life. Yeah. I'm his wife.
And his cousin.
For some reason, I can't be both. So I'm going to wear something really...
For some reason.
So I want to go for like a little simple look, a little minimalistic pared back. So she wore a white wedding dress with a flounce, which is like a frill at the front, some lace, and she wore orange blossoms in her hair instead of a tiara.
Cute.
Which is actually really sweet.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Go bestie, marry your cousin.
You go.
In your
you risk that bloodline. For a royal, this was considered really basic. And because white was not a common choice for bridal fashion at the time, the press went crazy. And also this is like when the press was starting to kind of become a thing too. So it was like, hey, this is something we can report on.
Like extra scrutiny on her.
Yeah.
But like good for her for being such a trendsetter in a time where there was so much scrutiny and the whole concept of like reporting on famous people was so new because now it's like expected.
Yes.
Right? It's just par for the course. You know that if you are rich and famous, your wedding is going to be scrutinized. What you wear is the event. Like nobody cares about the rest of your wedding. True. It's all about your dress. But if that wasn't such an accepted part of being rich and famous, like that would have been really difficult for her, I imagine.
Well, yeah, what she wore was really heavily reported on in many newspapers across the world. A popular American magazine at the time called the Godey's Magazine and Ladies Book commented on Queen Victoria's wedding dress, and they mentioned the colour as the most fitting hue, that's a direct quote, and incorrectly claimed that wearing white to a wedding symbolised her purity and innocence, even though it was more of a status symbol. And as a result, there was this huge rise in the popularity of bridal whites. There we go. That's how we've got the white wedding dress. Over time, styles of wedding dresses have certainly shifted, but wedding dress colours have remained really consistent, showing the gravity of Queen Victoria's influence.
Yeah, and I guess as well, like that single misreporting about like the purity of the white dress, I imagine that did like just so much heavy lifting.
Yes. Yeah, really influential. It like people saw that and were like, oh yeah, I got to get onto this too. Like
I want the rest of the world to know that I am also a virgin.
Yeah. Like we said, styles of wedding dresses have changed so much over time, but the colours of the dress stayed consistent. So we can see this in iconic celebrity weddings throughout the 20th century, including Princess Diana, Priscilla's dress when she married Elvis, Kate Middleton, and now in like recently Ariana Grande's wedding dress, Millie Bobby Brown, but also the everyday woman in Western society, I should note. In a post-COVID lockdown world, weddings started to become a lot more personalized. There was definitely a growing number of brides who were choosing to incorporate more colour into their wedding gowns, as shown by the queen of our time, which is Paris Hilton. She wore a hot pink Alice and Olivia gown as one of her many wedding looks, which served as like the party girl vibe, which we were all waiting to see.
Honestly, it's Paris. It had to be hot pink.
If she didn't wear hot pink, it would have been really odd, and I would have been quite disappointed.
Yes. Good for her. I love her.
We love Paris Hilton. She is truly the influencer of our generation.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure. Zahere Murad also featured an array of metallic gowns in their Spring-Summer 2022 collection, and Reem Acra have also developed a line of colourful embellished veils.
Yes. Oh my God, I love an embellished veil. Really I saw one back when I was wedding dress shopping, and like I didn't want a veil, but I nearly caved. It was this beautiful veil, and then it had like 3D flowers down the bottom of like the hem, and they were like colourful, right, which matched like my whole vibe.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Beautiful.
I love them. I love them.
I almost want to get married again so I can get the wedding dress again.
Yeah, so you can just wear something new.
However, I think in the last probably 2-3 years, so that was kind of just coming out of COVID, but now I think the pendulum is starting to swing back again.
Yes.
So Stephen Khalil, who's a notable Australian wedding dress designer, recently in an interview talked about that there was this slight moment where people were shifting to like blush tones or more beigeier tones with their wedding dresses, but now they are coming back to just having that simple white gown. Very recently, we've seen Selena Gomez's wedding. She just got married. She wore custom Ralph Lauren, 2 or 3 wedding dresses, of course, naturally, but they were all white. Even in queer weddings where you would imagine, oh, it's very non-traditional, people are still opting to wear white, either in a gown or maybe a white suit even. So brides Hales Evans and Isli Juba, I'm so sorry if I've mispronounced your name, girl, but they were recently featured in Vogue Weddings. Stunning wedding, beautiful ceremony. Both brides wore white. Charlie XCX also wore white to her wedding recently to George Daniel in September. But she still managed to give off like that iconic brat energy, even though she wore like what you would call something a bit more traditional. It was still very much her. And I think using that color is fantastic. It's a beautiful, like, the white wedding dress is iconic, but spinning it in a way that still reflects who you are is really lovely to see when you're looking at people's weddings.
I feel like that's the main appeal of the dress. Like, it's not so much the color or the fact that it's white, but it's almost, in at least Western weddings, it's kind of like the pinnacle of like your individuality and self-expression.
Yes.
It's the challenge and like the fun and also the extreme stress of trying to find like that one dress that symbolizes like how you see yourself.
Totally.
Not only as a person, but also as a bride, because it is a very specific like shifting of identity, right? It's not just another day. It's not just another event where you get to dress nice. It's a day and a dress with purpose. And so I think maybe that's also why white has remained like the go-to, because it does play a very specific role in society and in like the marking of the bride's life, right?
Oh my gosh, totally. And being such a, I don't know if plain's the right word, but it's like a neutral.
It's versatile.
It's so versatile. You can wear it in so many different textures, short, long.
Truly, like no two wedding dresses look the same.
No, and I feel like, you know, every wedding dress is unique to some extent because of the person who is wearing it.
Yeah, and the fact that like, you know, alterations are so common now. Like, it's very rare. I don't I don't know anyone who went in and just bought their dress and didn't make any changes to it.
Yeah,
you know?
so true. So true. I feel like, yeah, it's just like, I don't know, there's something so beautiful and so regal
Yeah.
about it.
Yes.
And the fact that you get to have that, I guess, time to like go shopping, or maybe you sit with your designer and you really think about it's something we think about all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little pressure on it, but
Oh yeah, definitely.
big amount of pressure. But I feel like it can, I don't know, there's something that I found to be very playful about, when I was, looking for my dress and getting it designed and everything. And I just loved it. And I love seeing what other people wear to their weddings.
Yes, I love weddings because I love seeing the bride, because it is, at least I feel, the way that we're kind of raised in like Western society, Christian society, I don't know, whatever, that it is like such a big day for us. And the way that I kind of described it to like my friends and to my mom as I was like planning for my wedding, I was like, this is the one day of my life no one can tell me shit.
So true.
Like, I get to be the center of attention. I get to do everything exactly my way, and everybody has to do everything the way that I say it.
They just have to say yes and.
Yes, exactly. And a lot of the time I do feel that, especially if you're pursuing like, the traditional like heteronormative lifestyle with kids and stuff, I feel like it's kind of the last time that the attention is really on you as a person.
Oh my God, yes. And isn't that so sad?
I know. And it's like a day where you're supposed to be like marrying a man, but it's like the last time that anything is about you. Because then after that, it's always about the man or like your children or whatever.
Yeah, it becomes more about the family, rather than you. Yeah,
rather than you as an individual.
And then there's a lot to say about that, I reckon. But,
Sorry if I've like triggered something for you.
No, I think you're right. I think if you are choosing to get married and you are in a heteronormative couple, definitely it then becomes about family, rather than you for the most part. I think if you're in a healthy, loving relationship, that's not always the case. But
oh yeah, like of course I wouldn't say that either of us are in a relationship where it's like our individuality
it's totally gone.
is gone. No, it's just another facet of your identity, but especially in terms of like conversations with other people, or the way that people kind of act around the whole process of you getting engaged and then getting married and whatever. It's like that's the only time that you get to really just, and it does kind of suck, but for a lot of people I think it's the only time you're celebrated.
Unfortunately for a lot of people, which is quite, I don't know, society, it is a bit sad, but at least we get to wear a pretty dress.
I know. Honestly, that was such an important part for me. I didn't feel good until I had the dress like ready to go.
Oh my God,
and then I was like, okay, now I can enjoy wedding planning.
Yes.
Until that dress was locked down, I was not happy.
Oh, and it was so beautiful, and it was so you.
Thank you. And beautiful. I mean, yours was stunning as well.
Thank you.
We have to post photos of our wedding dresses.
We do, and we need to like collectively as a society be okay with letting women just wear their wedding dress again.
Yes, absolutely.
Let them wear it again out to dinner, to the shops, wherever.
I don't care that it's impractical.
No, I will walk down with my massive train. I don't care.
Exactly.
I'll walk down the aisle again at the supermarket. Why not?
With your train, with my cape. Like, yes. No one's going to fit their trolleys past us.
Well, Natalie, I can't wait to see where wedding fashion trends go, and I look forward to the day where we all can just rewear, outfit repeat our wedding dresses. Thank you so much for listening. This podcast was recorded on the traditional lands of the Kabaragul clan of the Darug Nation. We pay respects to the traditional owners of the land and acknowledge their rich oral history and storytelling traditions. We would love to keep spilling the tea on history's hottest people, events, items, and ideas, but for now, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow at History for Hot Girls podcast on socials. Don't forget to hit the 5-star rating and share with your fellow history girlies. Bye.
Bye.